overhead shots are not the easiest when it comes to planning it, but with these few simple tips, tricks and hacks, I will be taking you to my step-by-step guide, which is meant for beginners, which will make sure that you get your overhead shot or photo shot captured like no other. Make sure to stay until the end, where I'm going to be showing or sharing some hacks I use to make it easy to film and get that shot like a pro, using an app and a gadget, which is not just a regular app, and the gadget is not a usual gadget. Right, so bear in mind that all this footage is filmed with a phone. It's because I wanted you guys to have a feel of what it's like when using your phone. And you can use any phone you wish. And seriously, I'm being serious about that. All the links of where you could buy these things I have used in this video will be on the description box below. So, first things first. The one thing that's really important when filming an overhead shot is your lighting. And it's not like I'm going to be asking you to buy a lighting kit, as this tutorial is for the new YouTubers or any platform that you would like to take a photo or record video for. What I would say in this case is a quote that I found on the internet. And I quote, "Big things often have small beginnings." I wish they had the author's name too, as at least I could give them the credit. So yes, on the note of the beginning part, you can always use your window for the lighting, and if you did have the budget and would like to get some lighting, I will give some links on the description box below for those users that are just a step forward in the beginner's process. And the lighting kit listed is often used by many YouTubers, however it won't be too pricey like breaking the bank, and at the same time will give you some good lighting. But before we jump onto the video, I would love to have you on my Instagram account, so go ahead and follow me there, because not only do I bring you all sorts of tips daily for your creations, but also some incredible tech videos and posts that you may not have seen before. So let's jump onto the video.
Hi, what's up? This is the Tech Girl 007 here, teaching you all about the tech, whether they're tech issues, reviews, tutorials, unboxing and much more, and that all in one right here on this channel. Right, okay, so for the phone part, I've got just a hairband, a metal ruler, and my phone is just my regular Samsung S6 Edge phone. So what I would really do is basically fold this into half, so then this way we've got some kind of a grip, and then I'm just gonna push this through, and so that it's coming over the phone and the back, of course. Then obviously we're not covering the camera, so I'm just gonna bring this right in the middle, and then I'm gonna get the ruler and then push it through like that. I know it can be a bit wobbly, but I've got the case on, that way we're gonna have some kind of a grip. So if I used it without the case, then this would be even more wobbly and like it would slip off. So this way it's not gonna slip off easily as if we didn't have the cover on, so the phone cover. So in here I've got two of my jewelry boxes. So I've turned one so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, so what kind of jewelry box it is. Obviously you can use any jewelry box that you want. So for now I'm just using this one. I'm just gonna push it a bit forward, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the phone and the ruler and just place it on top. Obviously this is gonna fall naturally. So for this solution, I have actually got a 1.25 kg weight. So I'm just gonna put it on top of that so it doesn't move. Right, okay, so in here I've got the camera on in here as well. I'll tell you later on what app I'm using to film this. So you want to make sure that you're on landscape on this phone. So if you do this to your phone, this will automatically take it to landscape, and then you can keep it there. And if you obviously do this, then it's going to be a portrait. Obviously for videoing, you don't want to be having a portrait angle because it's not really good, and it will not cover the whole of the screen, so you'll have like the black bars on the side of your phone or the video that you're filming. Now let's see. So this both together, this is 10 inches long, so the height is 10 inches long. But obviously if you wanted any more height, then you can add some more stuff, and I'll do that for you guys a bit later. But for now, let's get this sorted. So I can see that I've got this light in here, and if I wanted to add some more stuff to this, so this board that you can see is just a normal cutting board, but obviously I haven't used it for cutting, I just got it for this. And you've got the flower in here that you want to put in. Right, so now you want to bring in the object that you want to obviously showcase in here, and for you guys to have a little bit more things on the side so that it can look nice, I've got this box cover, which is the gift box cover. I just picked up anything really, to be honest. And then I've got this Hello Kitty book that I'm going to be putting on the side here. Then I've got this remote control that can just bring just about the half of it, and I've got this flower. So I can't see all of the flower. I'm just gonna bring it a little bit further, and then where it is, I'm just gonna be using this. So I'm just gonna be putting the stuff around it, so it's just gonna look nice. So like as if you're doing so like an overhead shot, then got these on the sides. It's just gonna look nice, you know. One thing that I forgot to mention is that I'm using this little remote control to actually control this camera. If you don't want this to be shaky, you can use this to connect to your phone wirelessly, and that way you can actually use this as a remote control to press, and this will start automatically, so it will start to record automatically. As you know, this is just too close up and we don't want this, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more height to this, which I'm gonna be doing using some CD cases basically. So now as you can see, the shot is not as close as it was before. I think this way is better because you can cover more stuff, so everything is not coming in between what you're doing, so you can just move these a little bit further away. Right, so I'm just double checking on the shot in here. So I've got this in here, I've got this in the shot, I've got the flower just about in the shot, it's fine in there. So that was basically what you could do to have this set up. So another thing that I would like to show you is that instead of you having this one in here, you can always use the bare table, so you don't have to use anything on top. Otherwise, some more options that you can use is something like an A3 sheet. Right, so I got this black sheet in here. So what you could do in this case, if you didn't want this to show and obviously this bit to show, you can always zoom in a little, so this way you have the paper only and not the other areas on the table. So I'm just gonna bring this one in. And then we can have this as our central piece. Some other ideas that you can have in here is maybe you can light up some candle if you would like. Of course, at this point, if you think that the lighting is too bright, you can always go under the phone settings and just decrease it a little. So like I can decrease it and I can increase it. I think this should be good enough because everything is showing perfectly, the colors are showing good. Right, so that's the situation for the black background if you wanted. Otherwise, there's a couple of more that I wanted to show you guys. Right, so if I remove this, I've got this other chopping board that you can use, of course. So I can just put it in here. And one tip that I would like to give you guys for the smaller backgrounds is that you can use small items on the side. So if you use this big flower in here, it's gonna take over the whole background, so you don't want to be doing that. Or otherwise, what you could do is just bring one leaf in, so then that way it's not really covering the whole screen. And maybe a bit of this on the side here. Let's just have this as a centerpiece, so as if you're showcasing this, but it's not going to look nice because you have the candle right in front, right besides your showpiece. So I'm just going to remove that. And last but not least, I have got one more thing to show you guys, is this. So this is basically a lazy Susan that you've got. It's got a wheel on the back of it. So you can use this to just do like some special shots in here. So like you can turn this, you can just zoom in, and then say for example if you're talking about the flower, you can always like turn this. Of course, in the post editing you can always do a fast forward, so that way it's going to be like fast forward instead of you having it to turn it with your hand like this.
Now on the little hack that I use, so the first one is the open camera app that I use. This is really good because you can control your lighting, you can lock the exposure. There's so many things that you can do with this, and I'll talk about this camera app in another video. So comment below and like this video if you want me to do a tutorial on this app. And the other little hack that I want to bring to you guys is this little handy remote control, which is for your phone. And again, I have listed all these on my Instagram account, so whatever tips and tricks, hacks that I use, or maybe any apps that I use that help me in the process of videoing, is always listed on my Instagram beforehand. By the way, that pen or stylus is nothing to do with this. I only use that to start this video. Right, so this remote has an on and off button which is on the side. By pressing on the on button, it will trigger the Bluetooth, indicating with a blue light. Then on the phone part, you drag down the page and turn on the Bluetooth and then scan for the devices, and it should show up the remote name, and I presume in this case it's called AB Shutter 3. Click on AB Shutter 3, it should automatically pick up the remote and say connected, as you can see on this video. So now let's put it to a little test. Alright, I'm on the camera app and I press on the remote, and it should take a photo or also start a video on the video icon selected.
Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that it helped you in some ways. If you're a new viewer, I would love to have you on here and hope that you subscribe and press on that bell icon. However, if you are a returning subscriber, please share the word by liking and sharing this video. Oh, and by the way, I do have some videos on the description box of this video, and all of my playlists listed are there as well. Take care.